And here we go. Last time I played, I left my character facing this temple way off in the distance, so that's gonna be my objective. It should be another one of the orcish dig sites where I can hopefully get all the keys and get inside and get another piece of Adenos's equipment set. I've got the crown and the robes, so there's I think 5 total, meaning that the other 3 should be I think an amulet and 2 rings. And if it follows like the other ones, the other 2 that I've done, then I'll need to hunt down a bunch of keys somehow to get inside. And hopefully that won't be a tedious process, but we'll see. This one's got a fair amount of ruined buildings around it. Wait a minute. This looks eerily familiar. Did I somehow wander into the thing I'd already explored? Oh, are you kidding me? No! I've already done this one. Ah, that sucks. I thought it was... I've done both of these, so it's this one? Way over here I need to do? I did get inside here, didn't I? That's the one that unleashed the hordes of undead. I got inside this one. I thought I got inside Trellis, which really only leaves that one. Well, that's awkward. If that's the case, then I feel like I'm missing a comical amount of things, because there's supposed to be 5 of these artifacts of Adenos. I have 2 and know where a 3rd one is, because I believe one of the orc leaders has a ring of some sort. But that leaves only 1 accounted for a temple. I guess there was a quest to find a 5th one. It all happened thousands of years ago. It probably grants its where magical ability. What the hell? Ah, the last one, AT-13. I compiled all the information on that. There are 5 temples, yes, and it should have been, but it was not so. Never made it to the temple? Ah. Look for it to the north. So I think that Orc and Trellis has something from here. And there would be a ring to be found somehow, somewhere up in Nordmar. So, screw it. I'm just gonna head east and explore these islands over here that I remember had stuff on them. Which, means I'm in for a fair amount of running. Luster still has no interesting dialogue. There's barely any quest or interaction with him. Here's a bed. Get a little bit of daylight here. Oop. Sometimes my character unequips my weapons or equips different weapons than I It's very confusing. So I think he auto defaults to equipping the first slot after doing certain actions, so it usually defaults to this. I guess it's Paladin Sword. I want my staff to be default because I like having that extra defense, and of course it's Fireball, so... You know, what was that? I heard something stomping. Oh, it's a fire golem, perhaps? Yep. Zap. Like the worst sound effect for electricity ever. And if you want something to sound like electricity, it should really be some sort of sparking or zapping sound, not... Because this just sounds like... Like that could almost be an ice lance or an ice bolt. Like that don't sound like electricity to me. Now granted, I think electricity doesn't really have an innate sound. I think the things that we associate with electricity are more like the sounds of the machinery and the conduits and things around it operating. Because I've been zapped a few times by electricity, and there's really no sound, it's just like a strong tingling. And here we have a possible... Oh, hello. A possible, foreshadowing of Risen. So you got tiny little islands with quasi-tropical vegetation and like a buried treasure kind of vibe going on here, even though it's not literally buried. I think there actually might be buried treasure somewhere on this island that I can dig up. Damaged chest has Grandpa's Legacy. And a bronze key. Guru key, 1. What the hell? Leader of nothing. $500 gold. That's like a ghost goblin or a bogeyman. What the hell happened?
Interesting.
What the hell is this a quest for? Taklar? Also, what was that quest that, or that text that popped up? Is that XP or was that like a quest entry, journal entry? I have no idea what's happening.
Interesting.
New quest, where's the guru? Oh, yeah. First book, Grandpa's Legacy. Sadness struck us as the message of death, as the message of the death of grandfather reached us. His work was not yet done, and he was speaking about a better life. Left on our own, now we were waiting for a fighter who could direct us onto the right path, to finish Grandfather's work. And so it came that one of our brothers began to work on Grandfather's work. Full of joy, he put the first steps on Grandfather's road. After visible hesitation of the other brothers, including me, we began to follow the just opened path. A tiresome road, a rocky road, full of envy and traps. Only few waved us goodbye at our departure. What was worse, some hindered us on our first steps. Our voyage didn't start under the right stars, and so we set off with way too much ballast into the foreign world. No one could say we did not anticipate the dangers, and so we followed the signs that lead into the darkness. That led into the darkness? Led? Was he resting on the trade routes? The trader routes? Why is this one word? Was he resting on the trade routes of the Heshishin? Is he hiding in the cover of mountain ranges? Question mark. This is terrible text formatting. Why is the text almost the exact same shade as the paper behind it, but with the only real way to tell is because of the off-cast shadow under the text? Like, that's hard to read. And meanwhile, this is, if I remember right, this was a quest that was added after the fact, possibly. Because it used to be that the game might still be the case for some people, if you're trying to run perhaps the vanilla game unpatched or something. What it used to be that the game would either not start up, oh hello. Can you stop attacking? Alright, so that whole fight, that was me spamming the left click button, just trying to cast one fireball while getting blasted to death by non-stop barrage of ogre? What is that, ogre attack? God, I hate the combat in this game. Well, like I was saying, the game used to crash like all the time. And I think for some people it wouldn't even start. You try to launch the game and it gives you an error message, and I think all it really said was, "Where is the guru?" And so I think this quest was possibly implemented in a patch after the fact as kind of like a joke by the devs. Or might have been in the game from the beginning because they realized that the where is the guru was kind of a weird thing. I don't know. Either way, I think this is supposed to be kind of like almost an Easter egg quest. I suppose vaguely in the style of the Chromanin quest from Gothic 1. Where is the guru? I have no entry available, just a quest. And my legacy, we're trying to find Grandpa's legacy, yada yada. Was he resting on the treacherous path? Trade routes of the Heshishin? Is he hiding in the cover of mountain ranges? I really have no idea where any of this would be leading. Oh, Fire Rain. Is that the first spell for Fire Rain that I found ever? It looks like it. I really have no idea how to proceed with this quest. I think it's supposed to be track down clues to find the next clue to find the guru or whoever, but with no real clues to go on. Because this... The only vague clue I have is trade routes of the Hashishin or cover mountain ranges, and that could be like anywhere basically. Anywhere. So I don't know, I'm just gonna keep playing the game, and maybe that's something I'll look up later and come back to later on. Not quite getting the fireball all the way through the trees there. It's hitting something. There's a lizard. Once again, I just realized my staff was unequipped, and I think that was just from trying to open the treasure chest. Like, the game unequipped my staff. Which I only really have equipped for defensive purposes. So it'd be very nice to have that automatically equipped. That's a live lizard. How did that not... Oh, it's a... That's confusing. It's one of those, like, harmless critters as opposed to the big monster. So I'm sitting there going, how the hell is there a lizard right here who's not aggroed me? That's a different type of lizard. It's one of these lizards. Oh, hello. Got sand lurkers coming out of nowhere. I notice it doesn't take that much time to cast a basic uncharged fireball. And yet when that ogre was hammering me, I could not, for the life of me, get a single spell cast off. I was completely unable to interrupt his attacks. And that's dumb.
Impossible.
Impossible. Let's prepare for disappointment. $350 and a bunch of junk. Why is all the loot so bad in this game? Also, why did my spell get unequipped? This is even worse. Why do the large chests have nothing in them ever? They're the biggest chests. They have the most secure locks, and they have nothing of value in them. Alright, so let's look at this. In my inventory, or once I take this out of the thing, it will be considered less valuable because it will sell for significantly less. So the magic ore blank will be 300 gold. So that's 600 gold. This is worthless. The amulet of life force is apparently 195. So let's round that up to 200. So I'll have 800. $860 basically. Well, 331. Let's round that up to, because 60 and 90, 3 is 90, so let's round that up to 300. 200 is 5. Wait, did I say that right? So that's 200. 260 becomes 590. 890, $900 worth of loot in there. And I mean, I guess since I'm spending $225 to get in there, except these cost $1,000 to buy. If hypothetically I didn't have an open lock spell in my inventory and I had to buy one, I would lose money to get into this. They're just so worthless, man. I cannot fathom the logic that went into balancing the contents of those chests. The randomization, I can understand the logic, even though I don't like the randomization, but the relative lack of value in those large chests, I can't understand why they are so useless and worthless. Like, you're better off getting the old chests and the metal chests, because those ones, you don't need any skill to get into them, just a lockpick, and they're guaranteed to give you something interesting. And I think ultimately there are more of those in the world. So you'd think the greater cost of skill requirement and training to get in, combined with the relative scarcity of the impossible large chests, would make them be pretty valuable, but they're not. They're just they're worthless. Hey, what's up, Adrian? I've got still quite a bit of... I don't think I've played much since the last time you were watching. But I basically got to do Ben Salah, Bakarish, Ben Arai, Lago, and this temple here. Technically Ishtar too, but I think there's a reputation requirement to get in, and like really all this huge chunk to explore. And then I got to do all of Nordmar up here. So technically speaking, I got quite a bit of stuff left in the game to do. But as I've been saying repeatedly, I'm probably not going to do everything in the game because I'm at and beyond a point where it's gotten to be pretty repetitive and unsatisfying. It's like a island over here I guess I could maybe try to get to. I don't think I can climb that cliff, so I guess I just have to go towards this town. Yeah, I mean, realistically, deserts are huge, vast, open, barren wastelands. And, like, if you wanted to make a authentic desert atmosphere, then yeah, it should be huge, vast, void of nothingness, but this is a video game. You can take liberties. You do things that will make the gameplay more fun and enjoyable. So you can depict a desert without having it just be a huge waste of space where the player has to spend 5 or 10 minutes just running across emptiness, you know? I am just barely standing on this pier. Technically, I'm not even on the pier. Not even my robes are touching. This is certainly a cool visual here, even though everything is rendered in crappy low detail. Yeah, for real. Because there's really only, like, these 4 cities on the coast, and none of them have any sort of dock or anything, really. I mean, Ardea at least has a lighthouse, which would make sense. The whole point is to be able to tell ships, hey, there's land and rocks here. But Cape Dunn is on a cliff. I guess Trellis, you can take the river up, or this bay area. But even that one almost has something. That one has like a stone channel, a canal sort of thing, but even then it's still not a dock or a harbor. Yeah, it's hard to compare just like looking at a map like this, but I would want to guess that the Corinus map of Gothic 2 is maybe something like this. The one that has Corinus and Lobart's farm, Zardas's tower, and then coming up to the monastery and Onar's farm and all that. Like, I'm guessing that map is probably about this big. And then you got the Valley of Mines, which would be like maybe this big, a little bit smaller. Then you got Irdarath and then Jarkandar, so I think cumulatively Gothic 2 is maybe less than the size of the Martana continent. Maybe? But again, that's just trying to estimate based on sort of feel rather than any sort of actual measurement. I think somebody at one point might have made a YouTube video. I don't remember if it was Gothic or Elix, but I think somebody tried to do some sort of calculation by like running across the map in a straight line from one corner to the other and using a measure of speed and time to calculate distance. This is like a whole channel dedicated to those sorts of calculations and methodologies to measure distance, and I do not remember what his conclusion was. I think that, yeah, in Gothic 1, the intro cinematic, where Zardas is doing the voiceover explaining the backstory, they do specifically say the ore mines of Corinus. Which at that point, you know, it's not specifying really what Corinus is exactly, but they do say Corinus in the intro cinematic. I'm not sure if it's mentioned anywhere else, though. Yeah, they definitely did not specify it as an island in Gothic 1. That was definitely a Gothic 2 sort of retcon, quasi-clarification thing. I seem to be at some sort of oasis according to the map. There's a lot of tents and things here, so I'm wondering if there's any sort of quest associated with this. Are these nomads associated with a town? Because I think normally these nomads are supposed to be sort of like the rebels, where they help to liberate a town from Hashishan control. So maybe that's what these guys are? There's a paladin. Nope, never mind. He's a rebel mercenary.
Hey, I'm Canute. These are my men.
Canute. Could you cannot pronounce that K at the start of your name.
What are you doing here?
We serve no master and take whatever we want.
You're bandits, then.
I prefer the term freelance adventurers. We took this oasis with the help of the nomads.
Some problems solve themselves.
And? Have you got any plans?
We've been thinking about attacking Bakaresh, but that's a few sizes too big for us.
Do you really think?
I guess I was right. I'm assuming this is Bakaresh. And the big
As if I don't already have enough problems.
whatever this area is.
This is gonna cause more trouble.
What if we attack Bakaresh together?
You're really serious about this, huh?
Is it Bakaresh or
This is not a mere
Bakaresh?
village or an oasis. This is Bakaresh, the sacred center of the Hashisha. That means plenty of elite warriors, black mages.
And booty.
Yes,
Yes.
that's right.
Booty.
It's a one-in-a-lifetime chance, but it's an awful risk nonetheless. If we are going to do this, you need to be well prepared.
Anything is possible.
So, are you in?
You know, I can't decide that by myself, and I wouldn't take this on without my damn partner Reg anyway. Also, I have no idea what Adarus will think of this. I mean, the nomads helped us with the oasis, but who knows what's really going on in their heads. If you make sure that Reg and that Adarus fellow are going along with it, I'll be willing to risk my neck.
I'll take care of it.
Still.
None of that is interesting.
I know, man, I know.
I don't think I want to hear this.
Some problems solve themselves.
I don't know if you're right about that.
Anything is possible.
Someday this will be over.
Would you
You should have known better.
I'd be very surprised if that were Nolan North. Unfortunately, I can't get more dialogue out of him.
Hey, get your hands off my... Oh, what do you want?
We want to raid Bakaresh. Are you in?
Bakaresh? There's a lot.
Bakaresh?
Well, and how are we going to divide the loot? You know how it goes. While one man is still fighting, the next one is already opening the chests.
There's
and
been-
afterwards, nobody remembers who pocketed what and how much.
So, what do you suggest?
You get all of the loot, but you pay us for the attack in advance. Then I'm in.
$5,000. I'll just liberate the city myself, thank you.
You know something about plundering, don't you?
You know I do. Shall I teach you something more?
Teach.
Wait, teach me something about haggling. Didn't I get that skill already? Did I somehow load a save where I didn't have haggling? Oh, it needs 70 thief skill. Also, the camera's bugging out like crazy. Stop doing that.
As if it were so easy.
It's Satyrus, except Adarus. Canute sent me.
Canute sent me. We are planning to attack Bakaresh.
We are not ready for an attack yet.
Why not?
Sinekar isn't here yet. He was going to scout the town. What about you?
What do you mean, what about me?
I could help you prepare some more if you'd like. Find him. We're going to need his help. We will be ready whenever he is. Find Sinekar.
Alright, help me prepare.
Teach.
Oh, no thanks. Once again, my staff is unequipped. Did that happen after dialogue? Oh, we got zombos out here. Why are there zombos? Oh, hello. Seems like there is a quest associated with this mine. Oh hell, there's a slave or somebody in here. Miguel! Miggles! What are you doing? Why are there zombies everywhere? Good grief, they just don't stop coming. What the? Target the zombie. Good. Can I even hit the zombie? What is happening? Jeez. Okay, God. Are we done fighting? Let's have a chat, Miguel.
What are you doing here?
What do you think? I'm hiding. It's terrible. They're all dead, but they aren't. They died, but they got up again right before my eyes.
Yeah. Curse those undead.
I beg you, take me away from here.
See, this is... Can we take a moment to appreciate the fact that this slave is so ripped in his abs, but then has no chest or anything? He's like... I made this comment way earlier in my playthrough that the slaves all look like horribly emaciated, but also incredibly muscular at the same time. How do you have 100% body muscle and no fat or anything else? It's disturbing.
Where do you want to go?
Back to Ben Sala. Enzo will need my help, if he's still alive.
I don't want to go to Ben Sala. I'm at Bakaresh. You stay put for now. Let me explore this cave. Then maybe we can go to Ben Sala.
Nothing more to be had there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing to be had. Nothing to be had.
I'm not familiar with Knights of the Temple 1 or 2. Wait, this is Ben Sala? Ben Sala is like 5 feet from this mine. If you're gonna run away from Ben Sala, or what, I don't know, I don't remember if he ran away. I didn't pay attention to what this guy said other than
Fine.
hiding.
Oh.
To the village. Alright, let's go find Enzo. Here we are.
What do you want? Have you come to pillage here? If so, you're too late.
What happened?
Ever since the undead appeared, we've had looters in the area. So, what do you want?
I have come to fight the undead.
If that is indeed true, you are a brave man. Let me know if you need a weapon. And go talk to Darrow. If anyone knows what's going on, it's him.
Can I help you?
This minor problem of the
Minor
undead
problem.
has completely shut down our work. Most of the blacksmiths are dead, and I need more steel.
Steel, you say?
Yes, the shipments from the tunnels. You want to help me? Bring me 6 crates of steel, then.
Show.
Oh, he's only got 17k. I thought he had 19,000.
I brought you somebody.
Miguel, my loyal servant. Excellent. Thank you. And please forgive my initial mistrust, Father of Righteousness. You helped me a lot.
So where's the steel that he wants? Is there a different tunnel other than the one over there? Were these orcs always here? What happened? Did I pass these guys? Oh, what? I entered through this way. How did I not see these orcs here? Is this cave way over here supposed to be a steel cave? Oh. No, you don't really mine steel. Steel's like an alloy. That's not even a cave, that's a rock! Unless it is a cave? It is a cave, okay, good.
I'll tear you apart!
I guess we're just gonna fight here. Where did this guy come from? There's like people just appearing everywhere. Alright. Let's see now. Chest of goods. Once again, this seems like it would be for a quest of some sort that I don't have. How many is that? 5? I have a crate of steel. Is this what he wanted? I'm very confused. Yeah, in terms of dual wielding weapons, the only game that I can really think of off the top of my head that handled it in an interesting and effective way would be Dark Souls 2. Because that game let you equip pretty much any weapon into your offhand instead of a shield, and you got that weapon's almost that weapon's full move set. You could do basic attacks with it. And they also had a system where if your stats were sufficiently high enough over the minimum requirement that you could power stance and unlock special attack combos with both weapons at the same time, which was pretty cool. So when I played Dark Souls 2, I had a strength character with ultra great swords and giant clubs equipped, and so it was pretty cool to have 2 giant clubs and then do an attack where you overhand both clubs and smash with both of them at the same time. That's really all I can think of. Otherwise, it's pretty kind of gimmicky stuff. Maybe not gimmicky, but it's stuff that's built into the system and would be effectively the same whether you were single wielding or dual wielding, kind of like you're saying with God of War. And if that guy that I said had appeared out of nowhere was there the whole time, then I must have thought I killed him, and then it just seemed like he appeared out of nowhere. 'Cause I was slinging fireballs like crazy, man. I can't really see what's happening here either, and I'm falling off a cliff. So this is Bakaresh or Bakaresh or Bakaresh. Bakaresh. Slightly different emphasis. And Ben Sala's a tiny little village. And yet these undead are really close to Ben Sala. Or they're really close to Bakaresh, I should say. That should be the temple straight ahead. I'm really hoping that this town is not just an excuse to send me out to search a wide area for mine shafts to get crates of steel. Oh, what? Did you get aggroed by something? What? I swear, if you guys die... Can my character please run? I have stamina. Run! Run! Thank you. Oh, what is happening? Entrance. Please. Thank you.
I will kill the beast. Beliar is waiting for you. Oh.
How did this thing get in here?
Who showed him who is boss?
How did it get in here? Past all of these other people. I really think it glitched through a wall.
Here's some steel for you.
Excellent. Our work can continue. And bring me...
So he really does just need...
Do you know anything about crates of steel?
Before the undead came, there
stop
were some
it.
raiders in the tunnel. They dragged off, but I was able to...
Who or what is getting ambushed by freaking undead? Can they go away?
Even more of the annoying beasts.
You showed him.
Alright, let me go kill every piece of undead everywhere in the world so that way these things will stop attacking the freaking town. Trying to have a conversation and there's fights breaking out everywhere. Alright. Heavy chest. Heavy chest. Heavy chest. Please tell me there's one more in here. Because I don't want to have to go looking for another one.
Nothing more to be had there.
When the quest log said I had 5 of 6, I'm hoping that means that it's not counting the one that I already gave to the guy, and that I have 5 in my inventory and therefore would have all 6 accounted for. Because I really don't want to have to go back and scavenge that one cave, scrounge through that cave where the robbers were.
Here's some steel for you.
Excellent.
Oh.
Our work can continue.
Still needs one more heavy chest. God. Alright, well maybe...
What do you want more?
Maybe I missed it. Maybe there's another cave.
What are you...
I brought some gifts for the Hashishin. Pieces of raw ore from the fires of Nordmar. I was going to get an artifact from the temple in return, but it was stolen. stolen by stupid, greedy Moras.
Moras? Moras? Humans?
What are you going to do now?
What do you think, Mora? We are going to watch the city.
Where's the temple?
To the south. That's where the dead Moras come from.
Is it really to the south? What?
Have you been assaulted too?
What happened to your neck?
No.
I've been assaulted,
What's wrong with your
Really?
neck?
but I managed to escape to town.
So I see. Can we...
I am inconsolable, father of transactions. But those pillaging nomads robbed, and then there were all those undead. They all fought, and so I got...
Get on.
If you are a brave man,
All right.
there are 8... They attacked me on the path.
These should...
You are truly a hero. Thank you very much. Now we...
Let's get down
Show
to
me your goods.
business. He's got hammers. Otherwise, the rest of your loot sucks.
What are you going to do next?
Well, I'm going to stay here. I already talked to Julio. He stays, I can stay.
What? Bananas. Okay.
Why have you come to this wretched place?
To tick off boxes in my checklist of completionism?
How are things?
Most of the city's fighters have fallen, and the rest of them up and fled. Cowards of men.
What about you?
I come from Benarai. Once we learned what was going on here, we hurried to help.
And what will you do next?
There have been enough dead already. I will not risk my people's lives for an attack. We will protect this city for as long as we can. That is our job.
What can I do to help?
I sent a few men up the mountain. They never came back. Go and see whether any of them are still alive. They raided tunnels as well. The slaves never stood a chance. You had better prepare well so that you will...
I think it's good.
The tunnels are free once again.
Great.
I'm going to...
Be careful.
What about...
That's where the disaster started. But nobody in their right mind...
If we ever want peace and quiet...
You've got a point. Right. You...
Are you Julio?
So we...
Oh my god!
think they are all so smart. They opened the great... Now I get to pay Excuse me for being...
So...
What? Go away.
There's another of those beasts!
Yeah, making me dirt. There is no honor in this carnage.
Can I get some peace and quiet around here? Where are these undead coming from? Is this a semi-scripted event to make this town actually seem like it's under attack constantly? They just send in a steady stream, a small trickle of undead to interrupt my conversations?
Can I...
Before we die.
Show... What exact...
It was Bazir, that son of a...
Is that a...
He had 5 keys. He wanted the divine art. Their eyes were sparkling with...
Tell me more about Bazir.
He's paying a high price for the divine artifact. All those who entered the temple are dead. But his business is not finished yet. Beliar is furious.
You mean...
Yes, Bazir deserves to die.
How can I help?
Will you listen to that? He fights his way through to us and asks how he can help. That is the bravery of a man who fears no peril. It is a true hero speaking.
Never mind. Get to the point.
I implore you, save my city. Slay the undead. Do whatever it takes to lift this curse from us.
All right.
And go talk to Darrow. But there is another important issue. A business...
Tell me...
We got 10 ore blank. They were destined for Ishtar, but I know who the thief is. Let him die of thirst on...
Yeah.
Sugat, one of our own people. That traitor.
I have...
Excellent. You have done a good job.
Apparently, I've done a good job. The name Sugat sounded familiar, but I really had no memory of where the hell he was. So if I had to go back and find him again, that would have been a real challenge. Why do I have Exploring Martana music playing? I'm in Varant. I'm in the desert. Alright, so supposedly the temple is to the south. Did they just mean west and said it wrong? Because I'm not seeing much of anything to the south except for that oasis. I think they meant to say west and just said the wrong line.
Nothing to be had.
Alright, is there anything in here? The heavy chest! Oh, thank goodness.
Nothing to be had.
Ooh, how did I miss that? Also, now, like, I'm in a cave. Why am I not shifting over to cave music? I'm permanently stuck in Mortana mode, even though I'm not in Mortana, even remotely. This is the weirdest thing. I'd very much like to have the proper ambiance for my adventure.
I've got this.
Thank you. Here.
Alright, so now I'm in desert music. Now I'm in Mortana music. Now I'm in desert music. Now I'm back in Mortana music. The game's not even putting me in the normal combat music. What is happening? Holy crap, look at all these zombies. Does the game somehow think I'm in Mortana, or is this just a horrible glitch? What do I got? A strength potion? Eh.
Broken. Broken.
Alright, we'll go with that, sure. And since I'm extremely confused as to why I have this music playing, I'm gonna warp to somewhere else and see if I can trigger appropriate music and then warp back. Here we go.
Magic.
We got real music now. Jose.
Have a little rest.
Ah, I love this music. This is so good. Alright.
Put away the magic. Yeah, Mora, get out of here.
Nope, we're back to freaking Mortana music.
Your men are dead. I have set them free.
Damn that undead spawn! Will this madness never end?
What about the temple now?
This is a dangerous... Go see Dalek.
I don't want Dalek to accompany me. I hate having companions. I'm just gonna go do it myself. I'm gonna go to the west and explore this temple, as opposed to going south, because if I go south I'll get nowhere. Alright, this music is kind of interesting. Oh, now it stopped being interesting. You know how many hours I've spent listening to this one track play over the course of this playthrough? Can we not spam the same track in places where it doesn't belong? Thank you. Oh my god. There's so many enemies. Let's round them all up. Oh god. I'm about to die.
Nothing more to be had there.
See, why do these undead priests never have any cool loot on them? Like some jewelry would be nice. Anything, something, potions, spell scrolls, artifacts, anything. Also gotta love when the combat music stops playing, just that way it can start playing again. Did I didn't cast Rain of Fire. That was exciting. I just spammed fire rain until everything died except for the one thing that was sitting back out of range. Although I'm pleased that this is a temple that I did not have to go through a tedious process of hunting down a bunch of keys to get into. Instead, I had to fight like 100 undead to get in. Which is maybe less tedious because it's at least a straightforward process. Wait, this is Yugal? He has no loot? Is there nothing I can do here? Confused. The deal with Basir. I gotta find Basir. Okay. This track sounds vaguely reminiscent of Gothic 2. Any sign of Basir? Hey Basir, are you anywhere? Basir, are you here? Oh my god.
I've been to the temple.
So, evil has been conquered. We are in your debt. Go to Julio and tell him this wonderful news. He will pay back our debt to you.
Where is Basir, though?
I believe your town is safe once again.
Thanks. Ah, I knew it.
Yeah.
Let's...
He really showered me with goods, didn't he? But where is Basir? He's gone hiding or something? Can this how? Basir is nowhere to be found. I got no idea where to even start looking for him. Why are there zombies right outside of town again? You'd think that he would have been in the temple and scampered off and then taken refuge in a cave or a camp somewhere a little bit close. So maybe if I search the perimeter, I'll be able to find some sort of hiding spot. It's really hard to search when I'm stuck with this horrible fog that limits my view distance. God, I'm just leveling up like crazy. I'm literally in a desert, and the music is reflecting the rolling green hills of Martana. Why? Oh, Basia. Now I'm almost at a different town. There's a whole pack of jackals. Now I'm at Ben Arai. I'm like, holy crap. Basia! Where are you, Basia? I haven't got all day. Oh, I was hoping Basir would be here, but if there's ogres, that probably means no Basir. Ah! Unless his dead corpse is here. Why are there ogres even in the middle of the desert like this? Why? How are they surviving? What are they eating? What are they doing for water and food? Now I feel like I'm getting really far away from that temple. And a campfire would suggest that there is or was a human around here somewhere. I don't see no human, though. Something is making noise. Ay, 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 ay. At least I got a dragon root. That's good. Man, I just don't want to deal with this. What is this, fire golem? My lightning bolts, please, thank you. How am I gonna have several lightning bolts miss when it's just standing there? Man, there's no way to find this Basir character, because I ain't got no indication of where to start looking, where he is or was, what he was doing.
Ah, somehow I thought it must be you. But something about you is different. Or maybe it's just me getting old.
And lucky that I randomly stumbled into Kronos, because they didn't give me any indication where he was.
Kronos the Ore-Keeper, how have you been?
Well, thanks to the focus stones, we found the way back to our people.
And what's your business here?
Following our arrival, we thought it would be best to split up.
That sounds a little familiar.
It was Satyrus's idea, not mine. I would have preferred to stay together, but nobody ever listens to me. Ever since, my search for knowledge and inspiration has led me through the desert. If there is anything you need, let me know.
Show me your goods.
Yep, that's not that exciting.
Can you teach me something?
I will.
These all suck. That's all I get with my good friend from... Well, I guess he wasn't really much of a friend in Gothic 1.
I already know that.
But from a guy that I've known for several games and been on many adventures with is, hey, how's it going? Yeah, we teleported in and split up. If there's anything I can do for you, yeah, okay, cool. That's it. And then he's quickly relegated to being a generic trainer and merchant character. And that's it. No quest, no real satisfying dialogue. He doesn't even live in this cave. What the hell? He doesn't have any sort of supplies or camp set up. This is just an empty cave. What are you doing in this cave, Kronos? I mean, I get that there's stone tablets here, but how did you get here? All you did was set up a campfire? Why are you in the middle of nowhere? With no support and no supplies? Is that the oasis? That is the oasis. What the? Oh, I'm stuck. Come on. I didn't realize this oasis had this crumbling stone temple remnant thing. So I'm gonna go check that out real fast. What is this? It's like a ruined structure. Okay, let me check this thing first. With any luck, Basir will be sitting around here, and I just didn't encounter him the first time I was at this oasis because I didn't see this thing. Oh, it's just a temple guard. Why is there a temple guard here? What is it guarding? What the hell? This ramp is not coded. There's no collision on the ramp. Alright, so temple guard is guarding nothing. The remnants of a former temple. Okay, we got lions. I'm about to die. I'm getting hit. How are they getting me?
Nothing to be had.
Can we target, thank you, target the one that's actually in my line of sight? Oh, that's interesting. That is a fairly decent looking amulet.
Broken. Broken. Broken.
Thank you. What do we got? Whatever. Fine. Let's look at that amulet. What do I have equipped? Mana, life energy, and resistance to diseases. Yeah, I guess life energy and resistance to disease is better than +5 strength. I came out here because I saw this ruined wooden structure thing. I was expecting something cool, like a mine or something, and it's just an old chest. I mean, that's mechanically satisfying, because these things are always supposedly pretty rewarding. But that's still kind of disappointing. Oh my god. Wait, did I get the right town equipped? We'll find out. Yes, okay. Wait. Why are there still zombies spawning out here? Haven't I vanquished like every possible threat? I cleared out the temple, I cleared out the mountain ruins, cleared out the tunnels. Why are there still zombos spawning? Meanwhile, where is Basir? I need that artifact, man. That's Kronos in his dopey little cave that has nothing in it. Pretty sure that's the mine that I rescued Miguel from. Guess I'll just head into Bakaresh. If I can get out of this map screen, there we go. I found somebody. Who wanted that? Is Adarus?
I am Sinikar, and actually, this is supposed to be a hideout.
Well, it's not hidden well enough.
Obviously not. You can rest here for a while, but don't try anything stupid, and leave me alone.
Adarus sent me. We want to take Bakaresh. How does it look? Are you in?
Have you really thought this over?
Are you in or not?
We'll need the help of the slaves. We have to make contact with them. You can move about the city freely. Find a slave who is ready to fight with us. One who can motivate the other slaves to start an uprising. Then we'll attack. Do that. I'll go to the oasis. We'll meet there.
Okay. So it's like every other quest in Murtana to liberate the city, the orcs? Okay. That's fine. Benito!
Halt! This is Bakaresh, temple city of the Hashishin. What do you want here, stranger? Are you one of the raiders?
No, sir.
I belong to no one.
Then stick with it and don't get involved with the raiders.
Tell me something about the city.
Strangers are not often found here. Seek out Ashnu. He will help you further.
Bless you. Oh, he said Ashnu, not Achu.
How are things?
It doesn't look good. Nomads are roaming around outside the city.
Nomads
Those
are
damn
roaming.
Go to the city and report it to Silvio.
Silvio? Didn't I murder him?
I'm sure you've still got things to do.
I murdered Silvio in the last game. This must be a different Silvio. Actually, yeah, they spelled it differently, because I think Gothic 2, the mercenary dragon hunter guy, Silvio is spelled with a Y. Sigmore.
I need the right key.
Aw, man. Damn it. Alright, so note to self, Sigmore chest in cave behind the temple? Is there like nothing else here that I can do? Seems like there should be at least a generic chest or something. Some sort of reward for exploring a tucked away, obscure, hidden behind a giant temple area. Something to reward that. I guess not. Or even am I in the city? Like, This place is huge. I'd kind of like to explore it from... Who? What? Who's talking?
Dominion for Beliar, and his dominion will come, and then those who have drawn his wrath shall tremble. We are the chosen people. Wealth
What? You're saying the same thing. What?
for Beliar, and
Raid?
his dominion will come, and then those who have drawn his wrath shall tremble. So pay with your gold, else you shall pay with your blood. Beliar knows no mercy. There is no pity for the weak, only pain and death.
Oh, hello. Okay. Ah. Wild lion as opposed to just a lion. Looks like I'm collecting old caskets. For what reason, I don't know. What? No, don't do that.
Nothing more to be had there. Robar hid in a cave, but the beast tracked him down, and Robar felt behind him, and there he found a sword. He took it and killed the beast with one stroke.
You should go. Otherwise, we'll both get in trouble.
So presumably there's some quest to collect old caskets that I'll pick up at some point. I feel like they would want me to have more than just 2 of those, though. But I think this will be probably a good stopping point for this episode. I'm going to take a break for a little while, get some food and refresh, so on and so on. Probably be back a little later today, so keep your eyes out. Thanks for watching. When next time I play, I'll be going into Bakaresh and doing quests, and I'll see you next time.